What if I told you that one of the biggest reasons you're struggling to build wealth isn't inflation, isn't your paycheck, and isn't the economy? What if the real reason is sitting in your pocket right now? Think about it, every time you open social media, someone is making money. But chances are, it's not you. The strange thing is that most people never notice what's happening, they believe they're making their own decisions. They believe they genuinely want the new phone, the new car, the expensive vacation, the designer clothes. But what if those desires weren't entirely yours? What if social media has been quietly shaping the way you think about money for years? Because right now, millions of people are earning more than previous generations ever did, yet they still feel broke. And social media might be one of the biggest reasons why. Let's talk about it. Imagine two people, both make the same income, both have the same opportunities. But 10 years later, one has built real wealth, the other is drowning in debt. What happened? In many cases, the difference isn't intelligence, it's not luck, it's not even income, it's behavior. And behavior is heavily influenced by environment. Today, one of the most powerful environments in our lives is social media. Most people think social media is just entertainment, a way to relax after work, a way to stay connected. But that's not what these platforms are designed for. Their goal isn't to make you rich, their goal is to keep your attention, because attention creates profit. The longer you stay on the platform, the more advertisements you see, the more products you discover, and the more likely you are to spend money. At first, it seems harmless, a few videos, a few posts, a few minutes. But those minutes slowly shape the way you see yourself, and eventually, the way you spend your money. One of the biggest financial traps created by social media is comparison. Human beings naturally compare themselves to others, we've always done it. But social media has turned comparison into a full-time activity. Years ago, you compared yourself to a few friends or neighbors. Today, you're comparing yourself to thousands of people every single day, people driving luxury cars, people living in beautiful homes, people traveling around the world, people who seem to have perfect lives. The problem is that you're not seeing reality, you're seeing a carefully edited highlight reel. You see the vacation, you don't see the debt. You see the expensive watch, you don't see the monthly payments. You see success, you don't see the sacrifices. Yet your brain treats those images as reality, and slowly, a dangerous thought appears. Maybe I'm falling behind, maybe I'm not successful enough, maybe I need more. That feeling creates dissatisfaction, and dissatisfaction often leads to spending, because buying something new gives us a temporary emotional boost. A new phone feels exciting, a new outfit feels exciting, a new gadget feels exciting, for a few days, sometimes a few weeks. Then the excitement fades, and the cycle starts again. But comparison isn't the only problem. Social media also changes the way we define needs. Think about the last thing you really wanted to buy, did you actually need it? Or did you simply see it so many times that it started feeling necessary? That's how modern marketing works. The more often you see something, the more normal it becomes, the more normal it becomes, the more you want it. You watch one video about a product, then another, soon your entire feed is talking about it. Now it feels like everyone has it, and if everyone has it, you start feeling like you should have it too. Nothing changed about your life, but your perception changed, and perception drives spending. This is why social media is so powerful, it doesn't force people to buy, it quietly influences what they want. There's another trap that doesn't get talked about enough, the pressure to look successful. Notice I didn't say become successful, I said look successful, because those are two very different things. Many people spend money they can't afford on things they don't need, not because those things improve their lives, but because those things improve their image. A luxury car gets attention, designer clothes get attention, expensive vacations get attention, and social media rewards attention, so people start chasing appearances. The problem is that appearances don't create wealth. A luxury car usually takes money out of your pocket, an investment puts money into your pocket. One makes you look rich, the other helps you become rich, and those are not the same thing. Let's go back to our two people. The first person spends years chasing status, every raise becomes an excuse to spend more, a better car, a better apartment, a better wardrobe, a more expensive lifestyle. The second person does something different, every raise increases their investments, they save consistently, they avoid lifestyle inflation, they focus on assets instead of appearances. Fast forward 10 years. The first person has a social media profile that looks impressive, the second person has financial freedom. One collected likes, the other collected assets, and in the long run, assets matter more. This brings us to an important truth, real wealth is often invisible. You can't always see it, you can't post financial discipline on Instagram. You can't show compound interest in a 30-second video, you can't easily show years of smart decisions. But those things are what create wealth, not the flashy purchases, not the expensive lifestyle, not the image. The people who become financially successful understand something important, they don't buy things to impress strangers. They use money to create freedom, freedom to choose where they live, freedom to choose how they spend their time, freedom to choose how they work. That's what wealth really is. So how do you protect yourself? First, pay attention to how content makes you feel. After scrolling for 20 minutes, ask yourself a simple question, do I feel inspired, or do I feel inadequate? Second, clean up your feed, unfollow accounts that constantly make you want to spend money. Follow people who teach skills, investing, personal finance, business, health, growth, things that improve your future instead of draining your wallet. Third, use the 72-hour rule. Whenever you want to buy something expensive, wait 72 hours, most impulse purchases lose their appeal after a few days. And the money you don't spend can become money you invest. Finally, remember this, social media isn't dangerous because of what it shows you, it's dangerous because of what it makes you feel. If it makes you feel like you're always behind, you'll spend your life trying to catch up. But if you stop comparing yourself to everyone else, you'll finally have the chance to focus on your own progress. The truth is simple, the goal isn't to look rich, the goal is to become financially free. Because the people who look rich today often struggle tomorrow, but the people who quietly build wealth, can enjoy freedom for the rest of their lives. So the next time you're scrolling and feeling like everyone else is winning, remember this, you're seeing a highlight reel, not reality. And the most important financial decision you can make today, is refusing to let someone else's lifestyle determine your future. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content about money, psychology, and building long-term wealth. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing social media convinced you to buy that you later regretted? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.